Marco Island man is accused of trying to pass himself off as a police officer, trying to evict a woman from a home. 35-year-old Nicholas Troemner is facing aggravated assault charges. For In Your Corner's Call, Fortier is in Marco Island with more on exactly what happened. And now he has this report.
Well, police say when Nicholas Troemner went to a home at 1 o'clock in the morning to try to evict the people there, he was wearing a phony badge over a bulletproof vest and had weapons on him. But they say he's a convicted felon, making the charges against him even more serious.
What are you still doing in here?
I'm renting the house.
Marco Island police say this cell phone video shows 35-year-old Nicholas Troemner trying to evict a woman from a house on Orleans Court. He's wearing a bulletproof vest, a badge around his neck on a chain, and pointing a flashlight mounted on a hatchet, which the victim took for a gun. A police report says the victim's initial impression was that Troemner was an undercover cop, only he's a convicted felon with multiple arrests.
Simply wearing a badge on a chain over your neck and not being in uniform is not an indication that you're an officer.
Retired police officer Walt Zelisko says you have the right to question whether someone who says they're a police officer is legitimate before you open the door.
The public should request a photo ID card to be presented to them, whether they can slip it under the door or show it through the peephole or whatever.
Luckily, the victim eventually recognized Troemner and knew he wasn't an officer. Zelisko says either way, a plainclothes officer would never be sent for an eviction, and not at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Don't open the door. Call the local police department and tell them, do you have an officer at this address, at my address, who's checking me out? They'll verify whether that officer is legitimate or not.
His arrest report says that since Troemner appeared to be pointing the hatchet in a threatening manner, he's also being charged with aggravated assault. He was also found to be carrying a blade, which is also illegal for a convicted felon. In Marco Island, Carl Fortier, Fox 4, In Your Corner.